Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It is the end of the week. What does that mean? That means it's time for the Wax Gaming Weekly Recap. Trying to get through everything that happened this week within about 10-15 minutes, get you all the information you need to know with what happened in the past and what's going to happen coming up here in the next few days. I don't have a lot of time, so let's go ahead and jump right in here. But before we do, I got to throw it out there. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you go ahead and make any decisions or invest in anything. Don't just listen to me because I said so. All right, let's go ahead and get in there. Starting off with the top items from my perspective. Number one, Brigade, which is the first of many games from the Taco Universe, launched this week. They went through the process. I did a whole video on this. If you have any questions on this, it is free to play, or I should say free to earn, but you can get NFTs also that give you a bonus to it. What I was going to do is show you. Um, Actually, it doesn't look like I can do that because I'm running right now. But there was some questions out there as far as how do you free to play, because when I went through my description, I showed actually putting an NFT. The only thing that you change is you don't actually put an NFT in here. All right, you don't actually need this. It gives you a bonus. That's why I have it in there, but you don't actually need uh, yeah, I can remove that. And the only thing that you do, and I can't exactly show you right now because I have the timer going, but just don't put an NFT in there and just click this button. Make sure that you have your Wax wallet in here on the top right. Once that's in there, free to free to earn. Just click that button every hour. It's going to show you. It's going to say execute. You click on it. It gives you a 60-minute timer. At the end of that 60-minute timer, it's going to give you the shing that you've earned. Click on it and then go and click on it again, and you're earning shing every hour. And you have every single time you execute, you have a chance at getting an NFT pack. So if you're one of the lucky ones, you can start this with nothing down. You just run it every hour, and then you can potentially earn one and potentially many NFTs down the road. The one thing that's to note here is we are now up to 4 venues that have made it to 100. So now every venue, in addition to this, that makes it to 100, they add on to that stack of NFT packs that they give away every 24 hours. So this is a great little game if you're looking at Shing. It matches well with the extractors, and especially if you have a venue that you're trying to level up, it all goes together really well. So I'm glad they have this, and I can't wait to see some additional games that are going to come out here in the near future. All right, next on the list, Farming Tales. We haven't talked a lot about Farming Tales. They have been heads down, working hard to try and get new Waxchester in place, and they've pushed out a big update, or I should say there will be a huge thing happening starting on Sunday, tomorrow. I'll go ahead and do a full video on walking through this, but they're starting to do the land, and I want to say building auctions because they're technically building auctions, but this is the land of Farming Tales. They are going to auction off each individual one for CEST in the Discord, so you're not paying wax. All CEST paid for it gets burned. Huge burning mechanism because these are not going to go cheap. There's people out there with millions and millions of CEST. I could see a few of these, especially the first couple, going for well over 1 million CEST. Um, I have some staked. I don't think I have nearly enough to buy a building. I was really hoping to get one in one of these auctions. I think there's going to be a total of 12 or 13 buildings auctioned off. First one's going to be the windmill that's going to go on sale this Sunday at 200. I'm sorry, 20 UTC. The auction will start. I think that the auctions are going to go about 7 days. Don't take my word for it. I'm just quickly scanning through this announcement. It doesn't quite say it, but uh, it'll be in the Discord. If you go over to the Discord and you go down to the auctions, this is where it's going to be located. So they'll probably do an announcement that points out to everybody. So if you want to keep an eye on it, again, 20 UTC Sunday is when it kicks off. So keep an eye out for that. Next on the list is Unlinked. They also brought out a huge announcement. They are very, very, very close to phase one of the game. And to get ready for phase one of the game, they are actually doing a blending event starting next week, starting on the 30th, where if you have certain items, if you have three shear stones, and these are the shear stones that were used for the blending a while ago, one random animal from Farming Tales, and then one core from Taco Universe, you can blend all those together to get a card for the game. This is first of many, I believe, first of many things that are going to intermix the three games, the Unlinked, Farming Tales, and Taco, connecting them all together. And the neat thing for those of you that have some of these, I know some people still had the shear stones. After the blending event, when people were no longer looking for them, the value of them tanked just because they're not needed anymore. You didn't think they were needed. But now this brings the value back up. I'm not exactly sure what the value is now, but as soon as I saw this announcement, I grabbed a few for 3 wax, looked back at it about 5 minutes later, and they were up to 15 wax. So it's giving value back to NFTs that you have. It's a neat collaboration between the games. So I really like that. The other addition to this is they gave some details as far as the beta game that's going to be launching here on April 4th, and it's going to go to April 7th, and then shortly after that, I imagine uh, it's going to go live. They are going to have some additional details for this. I'm going to do a full video on this on Monday morning to give you a full walkthrough. So keep an eye out for that. Be ready for the blending. I'm excited for this. We've been waiting for this. And again, this is phase one. So this is the 2D version. This is not the 3D version. This is the initial phase to get you used to the game. And then in Q3 of this year, they're targeting to do the 3D. And I've seen some of the screenshots and videos of that, and it looks fantastic. All right, jumping over to castles. I did a video on this 2 days ago, yesterday, one of these days. um, the lumberjack crafting event is live. I went ahead and did a crafting of a lumberjack. You just go to the game, you click on this big banner on the top here that says event live, and it takes you to the screen. As long as you have everything, you can go ahead and craft one. I'd crafted one. I will be crafting another one middle to late next week. Hopefully getting 3 in before it actually uh, goes away. And the one other thing that I wanted to make sure that everybody's aware of, again, is in addition to getting a lumberjack, you are entering a raffle that has a ton of prizes. Not going to spend too much time on this. Highlighted in another video, so go ahead and check that out. In addition to that, they also announced the details around the Explorer Guild. I did a video on that on Thursday, I believe. So go ahead and check that out. It's neat. I love these stacking crafting events and the benefits for down the road. So check it out. Two great announcements two great items from the Castles group. Krypton. I'm still waiting for them to drop the crafting for the equipment. I'm not sure why they have not done it yet. We are able to use the equipment, so any issues along those lines are resolved. But for some reason, they're not letting us craft it. Instead, they launched this, which I guess I understand. They're giving you a way to combat the CPU issue on Wax that gets CPU super expensive, so you can get it loaned. And instead of using Wax, you can actually use cores, which is great burning mechanism. So I appreciate that. I just wonder why they focused on this and not the game itself. But we won't spend too much on time on this. I do have to say the prices are reasonable, especially if you have enough soldiers in game and you're producing a good amount of cores every single day. These prices are very, very good. You do have to take them out of the game, and then you just go ahead and you can buy it. And this is by days. So if you're running into issues for one day, you can go ahead and grab an extra 100 wax CPU for that. It's neat. It's a burning mechanism. There's other things I would have preferred ahead of this, but I guess I won't complain too much. All right, let's jump to the next one. Waxel World, we're all excited about this. They initially targeted to have this at the end of March, ran into some issues with their developers, some turnover, unforeseen turnover. So this is now, they are targeting sometime in April to get this live. I jump on this Discord every day, and they update it every day. So I know there's definitely progress going on. So I'm not too worried about the delay. Some neat things that they did post out there were some sneak peeks. Um, if you go into their Discord, go to the sneak peek section, they have a lot of sneak peeks of the game. So you can see they're progressing forward every single day. This is the latest where they're talking about the professions, and actually showing you the menus that from the testing that they're doing in the crafting side. And this one was for the citizens to make them into NFTs. So definitely work going on. It looks fantastic. I love this art style because it reminds me of games when I was younger. All right, jump in now to Farm Wars. Just a quick update on this one. They did their blend. They over the last couple months they've been doing promo sticker events where they were giving them away for free as long as you're whitelisted, and now you can finally blend them into cards. These are the goddess boosters. They give you overall production on everything. These are the only cards that are going to give you overall production. What they did was with the blending, you had the option of getting legendary, which I believe was 80%, and then a mythic, which was 20%. So you would get one of these two cards, and they're going to have events down the road that'll show you you could potentially get a common through an epic. So there's still a chance that you'll be able to get them. You just can't get the legendary and mythic. The legendary gave you 5% boost on everything, and mythic gave you 7% boost on everything. So it looks like they're taking baby steps to getting closer to the game. I know they also got closer on the whitelist within Atomic Hub, which has become very difficult for games, which is a great thing for us as players. Atomic Hub is working really hard to make sure in order to get whitelisted there, you need to provide a lot of detail. So they're trying to prevent rug pulls. Great job, Atomic Hub. All right, let's jump to the next one. Wombat, Dungeon Masters. Quick update on this. Season 1 ended last week. So if you're involved in that, I guess earlier this week, I should say. If you're involved in that, you got your portion of wax based on how many points you got. My equipment wasn't great, so I got a teeny tiny bit of wax. Not necessarily worth the time, but it was there. They gave it out like they said they were gonna. I imagine if people had great equipment, they were getting a lot of wax from it. So this is a quick uh, season 2 coming out. They're giving some details. They did mention that there's going to be some new equipment items, new materials, and I'm assuming the materials are going to be used for crafting down the road, which I like. The game has some neat features. At least season 1 has some neat features, um, but it was anticlimactic, I guess you could say. I would do 6 or 24 hours, and at the end of it, I would just get some points and then do it all over again. So I always like getting some additional rewards when you're doing especially those longer things. All right, and I was only able to get one pack out of the entire season from the 24-hour time frame. But this is neat. Definitely going to continue to look into this. If you like this game or are interested in this game, let me know if you want me to do a season 2 walkthrough once it's launched. I'll be happy to do that. All right. Next is the Battle of the Sailor games. These two, over the last week or so, have launched. Again, I've said this before, they're very similar style games. So make sure you do research before you jump into one or the other. I lean a little more towards the Sailor's World than the Lost Sailors. I played the Lost Sailors test. Uh, it was underwhelming, but they were still very early, and it was the test phase. So I know they've improved a lot over the last couple of weeks. So these two games have officially been launched. Check them out if you like Sailor games. Uh, might be the right for you if they fit into your budget. And last but not least, we have the blockchain brawler. This officially launches on March 30th. I really want to do a white paper review on this. I'm just running out of time, so it may be shortly after they launch, where I may do either a white paper review or a gameplay review. The game looks really, really neat. Um, really like the style of it. I was a big wrestling fan when I was younger, so I like the style of it and I like the thought behind it. The only challenge that I have is the cost of it. It's higher, so I hesitate sometimes to recommend the higher cost games, but I'm definitely going to take a deeper look into it. And in full transparency, I haven't taken a big look into it yet, other than the website. So maybe we'll do a go ahead and do a review here in the near future on this one. All right, I hope you all like this. I did go a little bit over 15 minutes. Apologize about that. Lots of great things happening in Wax. I love the fact that I just have so much information to go over this. It means that a lot's happening in Wax, which is a great thing for everybody. Hope you all have a great weekend, and thank you all for your time. Bye.